Our society has built a strange belief. We tend to think that greatness is a concept reserved for a chosen few, an extraordinary gift bestowed upon prodigies, superstars, and the exceptionally talented. The rest of us, it is believed, can only stand by and watch. We've become so accustomed to this idea that we've pushed ourselves far from it. But today, forget that belief completely. Greatness is not some rare DNA strand. It's not a precious commodity that only a select number of people possess. Greatness is as natural to us as breathing. Every single one of us is capable of it. The only question is, do you have the courage to act on what you see inwardly, or will you die a dreamer? Will you stay trapped in the land of what if, I should have, and I could have? Remember, it takes courage to be successful, and it is far easier not to be. First, get crystal clear on your purpose, lakshya. When this goal is clear to you, winning those small, tactical, short-term battles every day becomes possible. And these small victories will lead you toward the strategic long-term triumph that will put you where you want to be. But this journey will not be easy. The daily fight, this struggle, is a challenge. There will be many days when you don't feel like doing what you need to do, when you have no desire to work, but you must do it anyway. You must be ready for that battle, because life will happen on its own terms. You may have a plan, a vision, and hope everything turns out perfectly. But in reality, things often get burned and things go the wrong way. And in that very moment, you have to choose your reaction. You will have two paths open to you. Either you react correctly and move forward, or you react poorly and falter. Do you love sleep too much? Do you give too much importance to vices? Is there a weakness you love more than yourself? Remember, walking the easy path never leads to the peak of greatness. Life is tough, and there will be pain. That is simply the way it is. When you want to quit, your why will give you the edge, the lift, and the motivation you need to get to the next level. Your why is the relentless initiative, udyog, that will help you push forward. I dare you to fail. I dare you to take that same class over and over again. I dare you to stop dropping classes like you're so accustomed to. I guarantee you that no matter how perfectly you try to plan your life today, there will be unplanned things that happen along the way. Things that will make it feel like the world is collapsing on your shoulders. I don't care how hard you fall, and I don't care if no one believes in you. To get this done, you only need to believe in yourself. So if you fall, land on your back so you can look up. Because if you can look up, you can get up. I dare you to feel a little pain. The peace that comes after success is only earned through pain. The greatest lessons we have learned in life have come from times of discontent. Those people taught us who, in their darkest moments, asked themselves, how do I overcome this? What can I do about it? Remember, getting what you want is entirely up to you. Your life will turn around if you change your attitude, change your mindset, and you change your altitude. In this life, we have two primary choices. We can either accept conditions as they exist, or we can take the responsibility to change them. There will be ups and downs. You will lose jobs, relationships will break, and you will get hurt. There will also be times when you feel so mentally defeated that you don't want to do anything anymore. These days will continue. But remember, no matter what happens, you must keep moving forward. If you are going to be great at something, you have to put in the effort to be great at it. Whether it's sports, science, business, or anything else, it's not a natural skill. I learned early on that there was always something new to learn, and most people didn't put in the time for it. I believe success is first about knowing your purpose in life. I have observed many successful people and discovered that they truly understand why they are here. This is why when everyone else's life is shaking, when things seem unsteady and people are abandoning the ship, these people hold steady right through the storm. So you must be willing to persevere with fortitude. When the world says no, your response should be next. We have endless possibilities, but you have to persevere. It's as if the universe is testing your commitment. If you are willing to decide what you want, believe it's possible, consciously envision your future, and feel the emotions of having achieved that goal, you can have anything. You just have to take action, both obvious and inspired actions. Stop running away from your gift. Your gift will make room for you. Stop trying to be something you're not gifted at. What would your future be like if you decided to desire something so strongly that it propels you past your fears? As one book says, feel the fear and do it anyway. Life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% is what you do about it. You have to bet on yourself. It's so funny how you believe in others, you would bet on others, you would support others. You'd be there for them, and at times even lie for them. But when it comes to you, you take a back seat. I don't understand it. I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to believe in myself because I know what I have inside me. I'll be there for myself regardless of what anyone thinks. I see myself. I know what I'm capable of. I know my shortcomings. I know what I will and won't do under pressure. I got to know myself decades ago, and I know myself. Transitions are going to be hard. I'm not going to lie to you. The transition from a high school dropout to getting a GED is not easy. So what needs to happen for you to go from one level to the next? The thing you want must be greater than the thing you currently have. You have to be willing to work on 3 hours of sleep, or even 2, if you truly want to be successful. Some days, you're going to have to stay up for 3 days in a row, because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how badly you've got to want it. You've got to be so hungry for success that you forget to eat. Life will catch you on the blind side. When the messenger of misery visits you, what are you going to do? What will keep you in the game? When you understand what you're after, when you know what your outcomes are, when you know what you desire, you will wake up every single morning and go after it. People look at those of us who are successful as if we're superhuman. We're not. We are normal people just like you, with problems just like yours. The only difference is that we wake up with clarity. We wake up knowing exactly what we want. We wake up knowing exactly what our purpose is. So you must have reasons that when life knocks you down, and it will, it will knock you down. When people disappoint you, and that's going to happen. When they betray you, and that's going to happen. When they lie to you, and that's going to happen. When they say you can count on them and they won't show up, and that's going to happen. When you want to throw in the towel and give up yourself, and that's going to happen. When life collapses on you and catches you on the blind side, what reason can you remember that you can reach for that can make you get back up? We try so hard in our lives to fit in. We try to fit into certain groups, certain fraternities, certain sororities, among certain friends. Yet the people we idolize the most are the ones who stand out. When you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure, because even if you've failed at something, your preparation is so strong that you will take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. Most people stop at failure. We've all failed at things, but failure is the most powerful tool you can use. It just all depends on how you use it. Every time you remember your dream, you're removing some dirt. You're digging it back out. The true mark of a champion is that even though some dirt gets thrown on their dream, instead of letting it get buried, they keep shaking it off. They keep moving forward. They keep looking for a new opportunity. You wouldn't be having that opposition if you didn't have something great inside you. The dream is still alive. That's the problem with some of you. You always want to blame other people. You want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. You just said you're giving 50%. You owe yourself an explanation. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to put yourself on punishment. No more TV, no more snacks, no more desserts, no more alcohol. Not right now. I can't handle it right now. You need to tell yourself that. You owe yourself something. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre, be normal, and fit in. And if you're more concerned about people than you are about God, then neutralize everything He put inside of you. Just fit in with everybody else. Dress like them, walk like them, act like them, eat like them, go where they go, think like they think, and do what they do. And once you neutralize your uniqueness, you don't need courage. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to go where you've never gone before. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to win. People don't talk about people who don't win. If you win, they're going to talk about you. You have to have the courage to stand there until the storms keep raging and the people keep talking. You stand there and say, I've come too far to turn around. Let's talk about the eagles for a minute. The mother eagle sits on her eggs, protecting them with her life until they hatch. She goes out, hunts prey, and brings back food until they grow. Then she turns around and uses the same beak that fed them to take them to the edge of the cliff and throw them over. It's not that she has turned against her children. She knows that they will never find their wings in safety. The eaglet learns to fly by confronting its scary place. We all have 24 hours. What makes some of us average and some of us doing something great is not the family you were born into. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with your socioeconomic status. It has everything to do with how you command your life. What causes that switch to flip? The overdrive, the full-on destroyer. It's the thing that allows you to go the extra distance, to dig just a little bit deeper and push a little harder to get after it. So when it doesn't make sense to go on, that's when you have to use your emotion. That's when you have to use that anger, that frustration, that fear to push yourself harder, to push yourself to say, I don't stop. It's possible. I'm blessed and highly favored. I have something in me, and it's possible that I can bring my greatness out into the universe. It's possible that I can do what I want to do. It's possible that I can write my own book, have my own business. It's possible that I can bounce back from adversity and reinvent my life. It's possible, regardless of where I am, that things can get better for me. It's possible. You know, the word that you have to truly fight is the war against yourself. No, it's not easy to look in the mirror and to change your own life. It's hard as hell. You have to take responsibility. You have to learn new things. You have to feel uncomfortable. Good. Because discomfort is how we grow. That's how we become strong. If you run away from discomfort and resistance your whole life, you will always be weak. If you want to grow as a person, you really have to make friends with pain. Embrace the discomfort. Enjoy the struggle. Come out of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone is the deadliest place you will ever be. You should never feel comfortable. You should be happy and dissatisfied. Don't believe anyone who tells you to be satisfied with what you've got. Get them away from you. You should double your business, triple it. You should never be satisfied with what you have, because the attempt to get more makes you into something better. You have the power to do more than you could ever begin to imagine. Don't underestimate yourself. You don't know enough about yourself to become a cynic. And so you've got to challenge yourself to access that power that you have within you. You are more than a conqueror.
If you want to be wealthy and happy for the rest of your life, just learn this lesson well. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Until your mind is open to the possibilities that you can do this, you will never be able to do it. Once the mind starts to believe it can be achieved, only then does it start to break down tactically how we can do this. Until then, you can always lose. My number one pratiyobita is me. It's always you versus you. You have to be the one to get up every morning, be disciplined, and put in the consistent daily hard work. Because that's what gains success. No coach, no trainer, no mentor, no boss can do it. It's you versus you. Some of you wait for a tragedy to happen. You don't think about it, you don't forecast it. Listen to me very closely. You have to understand something. The difference between a beast and an average person is that average people live from check to check. Average people don't think about their future, they're concerned with the present. Only a small percentage of people show up for the fight, and the fight is half over when you show up. You will never win a fight you don't show up for. You must show up and say, "Here I am, ready for duty." You must be through hiding in the shadows for fear that you might fail. You must face this head on and let the chips fall where they may. You have control over how you fight. But the minute you let him, that inner voice of doubt, into your mind, he will start robbing your mind of your peace, your sanity, of everything God has given you. Take control of your mind. It was not him who was robbing me of the moment. It was me robbing myself of the moment. Because I was thinking about what he could possibly do, and he hadn't even done it yet. Some of you are in a fight simply because of how you think. When you have a dream, the one thing you have to watch out for are those out there who will try to crush your dream, and you cannot allow that to happen. That is your biggest challenge. So I challenge you to have your dream, go after it with all you have, and be legendary in your own right.
You know those nature documentaries you watch on TV? Look at this lion. He's the king of the jungle with a huge mane. But here he is, lying down under a tree. He's so big, he's so hot. A little cub comes over, they start messing with him, biting his tail, biting his ears. He doesn't do anything. The lioness starts messing with him, making trouble. Still nothing. The other animals notice this and they start to move in. Jackals and hyenas barking at him, laughing at him. They nip his toes and eat the food that's in his domain. They do this and they get closer and closer, bolder and bolder, until one day that lion gets up and tears the everything up. And everybody runs like the wind and he eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is. Let me tell you something. You already know the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. But you've got to be willing to take the hits and not point fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. Start moving. It's not going to be a perfect plan, but take action. Action that moves you in a positive direction. And if it ends up being the wrong direction, that's fine. At least you've learned where not to go. One of the most important things is to never, ever quit. Never quit. I've seen people quit, and if they would have just held out a little longer, they would have been successful. I've seen it so much. I've seen some of the most brilliant people in the world who never made it because they were quitters. They just couldn't take it. One of the things about loving what you do is that it doesn't feel like work, and therefore it's a lot easier not to quit. But you can never give up. Many people never achieve their goals because they have too many toxic, negative, energy-draining people in their lives. You have to have goals outside of your comfort zone that will challenge you. Because in order to do something you've never done, you've got to become someone you've never been.
I want you to see yourself doing anything you want to do, experiencing what you want to experience, having what you want to have, and doing what gives your life meaning and value. Operate out of your imagination, not your memory. Because whenever you look at where you want to go, I want to warn you, you will have some conversations in your head after you've gone through the data that you've experienced in life saying you can't do it. So what you want to begin to do is ignore that inner conversation. The ones who framed a workout, finished it, and effectively crossed the finish line didn't do it because they felt like working out. Your feelings will never cooperate with your dreams. Beat your feelings into captivity, because that is what discipline is. You've got to bet on you. You believe in everybody else. You clap for everybody else. You support everybody else. You're baking cakes and making cookies for everybody else. But when are you going to look in the mirror and believe in the person you see there? It's about time for you to believe in you, because you've got it. You can do more than you can ever begin to imagine. You're stronger than you realize. You don't know enough about yourself to be a cynic. There are winners, there are losers, and there are people who have not discovered how to win. It's an urge. It's an urge to be great. Every champion, every president, every king, every lion, every winner, every soldier, every victorious person has felt it, the urge. I have never met anybody who became incredibly successful in any area of their life until they had suffered and sweated and sacrificed and kept their focus and fought through tears and trials and tests. And if you have a dream and you commit to it, it will come to pass. Get out there, act like you're playing basketball, act like you're playing football. Many of you have lost your competitive edge. Get your competitive self back. I'm not against normal motivational speakers, I'm just competitive. There are going to be things that go on that are out of your control. The worst thing you can do is let something that's out of your control you. Get control of yourself. Get control of your emotions. Don't get angry. Don't get frustrated. Instead, stay calm and figure out how to move forward. The greatest version of you is the disciplined version of you. The greatest version of you is the version that has parameters. No, I don't do that. I don't drink that. I don't go there with these people. I'm focused. I have a prize that's in front of me. I have fixed my eyes on my goal. I know what I'm supposed to do, and that ain't it. The version of you that has parameters is the one that succeeds.
He's going to have to do it with tears. He's going to have to do it with blood. He's going to have to get up at 2:30 in the morning. If he can get up every day at 2:30, he deserves to take my spot. Some people are taking your spot and they shouldn't take it, but because you're average, it's easy to take your spot. It's easy to get to the place before you get there. It's easy to take that client before you get to him. It's easy to beat you while you're average. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what a beast does. If you can change the way you wake up in the morning, stop saying, I have to go to work, I have to work out, I have to get this weight off me, I have to go and meet with the people at the school, I have to deal with my coworkers. Change one word in that sentence and everything about your life changes. Instead, say, I get to wake up in the morning, I get to go to work, I get to go and meet with these people today. When you say, I have to, you take all your opportunities and blessings and wrap them up in stress. By saying, I get to, you take all the stress off it. Listen to me very closely. I love the sun, but things don't grow because of the sun alone. You have to have some rain, and you have to stop looking at rain in your life as something bad. Let me tell you something. The greatest ideas that have ever come to me did not come when I was on a cruise. I have my greatest ideas in my darkest nights. I have my greatest ideas when I went through the most pain I've ever gone through. My greatest moments didn't come from my greatest moments. My greatest moments came from my greatest defeats, because it was during my defeat that I had to find a way to get back up. I would change the way I look at it to see why, because iron sharpens iron. Success, while it's good and it's our aim, does not necessarily grow us in certain areas. We need defeats. Being me is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. The suits you see me in, you can get suits like me, but they won't make you stand like me. I fought my way up. I fought to get to work. I fought to get up on my feet. I fought to stand. I fought to carry on. I fought to love. I fought to live. I fought to get out of bed. I fought with my fears, my doubts, my anxieties, my insecurities. I fought with haters, liars, backstabbers, and betrayers. I even had to fight with family. And many times as I lay in bed, I couldn't go to sleep because I was fighting with myself. Life is a war. It's a constant battle between those that want it and those that want it more. How bad do you want it? Nothing can be denied to the one who won't be denied. So I ask you again, how bad do you want it?
Every day you wake up, there's a battle going on over your future. What you do today will determine your tomorrow, and you have to be hungry. Success is a marathon of consistency, walked out one day at a time. It's a process. Stop scoreboard watching and put your focus on the things it takes to actually put points on that scoreboard. Only associate with those who are sick of being average and who are hungry enough to do something about it. To be successful, success must be more important to you than the rejection you will experience on the way to achieving it. Champions are only at peace when they're chasing greatness. Everything else to them makes them disgusted or super uncomfortable. Success is engineered from the inside out. What do you have on the inside of you? How bad do you want it? Because this is a war between those who want it and those who want it more. When people don't support your dream, it's not that they don't believe in you.
It's that they don't like where they'll be sitting when your dream comes true. The world belongs to the bold, and the rest are just spectators. The battle for your future has begun this moment forward. Go to war with laziness, being insignificant, being overweight, and living financially limited. Stop trying to be everybody else and be yourself. Stay in your lane, master your craft, grind nonstop by any righteous means necessary, and eradicate anything that is the enemy of greatness. And when you're done, the world will respect, honor, and remember your name forever. A war is going on inside. Success is about two things. It's about placement and it's about alignment. Now, when I say placement, I'm talking about your mind. You have to place your mind on the truth. You ask me, what is truth? Truth is all things are possible with God. Nothing shall be denied to the one who won't be denied. That's truth. You were born a champion. Greatness is in you. That's truth. The world belongs to the bold. That's truth. The Lord did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Now that is truth. Place your mind on that. And you ask me what alignment is. Alignment is merely an echo. Your actions reflect what's going on the inside of your mind. If I say nothing can be denied to the one who wants it more, my actions will align with the activities that won't let me be denied. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your actions must echo what's coming out of your mouth. Are you willing to sweat and put in the hours it takes to get what you want in life? That's the question. There's a war going on between those that want it and those that want it more. Now, which one are you? You don't have to tell the world. Your work ethic and your grind will do all the talking for you.
Success starts in your stomach. When your why for overcoming is greater than the obstacle ceases to exist. Today is the day you awaken the champion within you. In the valley of darkness, light doesn't exist. The people that overcome this darkness don't do it by finding the light. They do it by becoming it. Listen here, you have to grind until you shine. You don't need to see with your eyes to achieve greatness. You only need to hear and follow her voice, and that voice is crying out from the weight room, the track, the practice court, the field, and it is waiting on you. So to be successful, you must master the art of blindness. What I mean by that is you have to learn how to keep going, keep pushing, keep grinding even when you don't see any results. Just because you don't see any immediate gains doesn't mean you ain't making progress. So you have to learn how to go beyond the limits of your feelings, going beyond what your eyes don't see, and go all in to pursue what could be. Stop scoreboard watching and trust in the process, the principles, and the habits that actually put points on that scoreboard. It's not you versus them, it's you versus you. You see, once you master yourself, what other people say, think, or do becomes irrelevant. The clearer you can see your dream in your mind, the less you can be held hostage by other people. The moment you no longer need the validation of others to keep going, you become unstoppable. Champions have one movie playing over and over and over in their mind, and that movie is titled Greatness. Losers practice losing long before they ever lose the game. Every morning when you wake up, strap up and prepare your mind for war. You've got to hit the block with the mindset that says, by any righteous means necessary, I will achieve what I set out to accomplish. When you get to the point where your demeanor, your work ethic, and your grind don't change when people don't support you, your breakthrough has begun. Ignore the outside chatter. Stay focused on the principles that govern success. The first step to going to the next level is going to the next level in your mind, because where your mind goes, your body will eventually follow. To go to the pros, to go to the league, to go to that next level, you must first go there on the inside.
You must become blind to the things you don't see. The innovators, the entrepreneurs, the champions, the real influencers of this world see because they know where to look first. You look up and acknowledge the God who made you. You look inward and find the power He put inside of you. Surrender to the inner standard that produces legends, and that inner standard will make you one.
Feed your faith and your fears will starve. God put this in my spirit to tell you, go beyond what you can currently see. You are much closer than you think. Just keep pushing, keep grinding. All things are possible to him that believes. Don't worry about how. I just want you to dig deep down. Your whole life is about to change right now. When you mix your passion with discipline, what other people say or think about you becomes irrelevant. You haven't even begun to test the surface of what you're capable of doing. Day in and day out, you have to beat on your craft until you master it. I'm not speaking right now to the physical you. I'm going deeper. I'm speaking to your spirit, that champion that resides within you. Arise, O champion. I want you to focus on me right now. There have been a lot of setbacks. There have been a lot of betrayals. There have been lies told. There has been pain inflicted. There have been times you've been handcuffed. There have been times you've been tried. There have been patches where you were in situations where you were locked up and you couldn't get out. If it's in your imagination, it's possible. Do you know that you can't think of something that can't happen? It's impossible to think of the impossible. And if you live your life in possibilities instead of probabilities, you have a greater chance of finding happiness. Because you cannot have change without disruption. And whenever you ask for change, you've got to be prepared for disruption. If you plant an oak tree in the earth, it's going to disrupt the soil. If you plant a peach tree in the soil, it's going to disrupt the ground. There's no way you can have growth without disruption. You must have some kind of vision for your life. Even if you don't know the plan, you have to have a direction in which you choose to go. Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. You see, in order to develop real quality, it takes time and it takes pain and it takes endurance and it takes grief and it takes trouble and it takes turmoil and it takes destruction and demolition. God works in the dirt. A seed has to be planted. A seed has to have dirt put on top of it. Dirt is necessary for growth and development. Dirt builds character. It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. It's not the game. You think you become a champion on the field. You don't. You become a champion when nobody's watching you. You're doing your own drills and your own reps. You become a champion in your grind when nobody knows what you're doing, when you put in little extra reps. If you want to be a diamond, you must go through extreme pressure. Losers always talk about how they hate to lose, but they don't do anything about it. Winners will do whatever it takes. Winners will show up and stay late every day until they're winning. Winners will talk to anybody that can help them and take the lessons to heart and put them in play. That's what winners do. When you make the decision to do what you want to do with your life, just know this. Because the family and the friends in your life do not share your vision, in most cases, they will be the first person to try and talk you out of what you want to do with your life. But know this, only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible. If you're going to be successful in this game, you've got to have a dog within you. You've got to know it's a dog fight, and you've got to go get that fight. Life ain't going to be easy. Ain't nobody going to hand you nothing. You still got to go to work. You still got to compete against everybody in your industry. Life's still going to happen. While you are trying to blow up, rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. It's very important for you to know that. Don't say, I'm having a bad day. Say, I'm having a character building day. So maybe you're looking for some motivation today. I woke up this morning, I didn't have any motivation. You know what? It didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. Instead, I imposed discipline. So if you're not finding that Monday motivation that you want, forget about it. Instead, impose some daily discipline in your life and start today. Most of us go through life pretending that we're satisfied where we are, pretending that everything is okay, pretending that we don't have any special goals or ambitions or desires, when really, deep down inside, we do want more. You weren't ready for it when you saw it. You had to go through more things to grow into it. But you're coming into a season now that things you saw a long time ago are going to come to pass, and it's going to be the kind of joy that brings you to tears. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. This is something that you hear a lot, and I get it. I get it because if you're going to do something, you've got to believe in what you're doing. That's true. But guess what? Belief by itself doesn't get you anything. You've got to impose your will. You've got to be disciplined, and you've got to make things happen. If you could fix procrastination, what would your life be like? That's why you can't blow up. You're not playing with discipline. If you want to think bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work a day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that your dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you'll gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famished to dog, nor sickness nor pain in body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if darker than grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of God, you'll get it. I don't care if you don't have the money, you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the background for it, and you don't have friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it. It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You may not read as fast. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much. But don't you forget, everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got a goal. Everybody wants something in life. But many of you in this room right now, your beast mode is idle. Your beast mode is not turned on. And when you leave this place, I'm telling you, your life is going to go to the next level if you can learn to turn that switch on and keep that switch on. If you start running from a class, you start running from a subject that you don't like, it will haunt you for the rest of your natural life. It ain't going nowhere. And so I love the process. I love it. I love working for what I want. I love the sacrifice. I love the dedication. I love the commitment. Everybody wants the prize. Nobody wants the process. Everybody wants to be a dominant player. Nobody's willing to get cut. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. They can't see it until they see it. They can't know it until they know it. They can't be it until they be it. They can't see it just like you couldn't see it when you were their age. And you have to be patient. The Bible says, possess your soul. You possess your mind. You keep yourself from a nervous breakdown when you develop patience. You have to know that you will bring forth fruit in your own season. All your excuses are lies, little lies that you think make life easier, but they don't. They're lies. Character is the ability to carry out a resolution long after the excitement of the moment has passed. Are you going to say you want to do something, do it for 2 weeks, and then quit like you did last year, like you did the year before last? You say you want to lose weight, get in shape, get your business off the ground, and then turn around and party, get lit, drink alcohol, eat like crap, and continue to live below who you were created to be? It is time to go from mediocre to meteoric. You want to get better, stop looking for a shortcut and go find your alarm clock and find your discipline and find your guts and your passion and your drive, and you will find it. Every day is a new day, a new week, a new shot at life, an opportunity to come out of the gate like a man possessed and attack the day without mercy. Today, I'm taking the scout. I'm putting the pressure on. I am the aggressor. I am on the attack. I will not stop. The only thing that you could always 100% of the time control is the amount of effort that you put into each attempt. That you can control every single time. I want to be successful. I'm tired of people saying I want to be brave. Look, everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what a real beast does. And let me tell you something. That means getting up early and going to bed late. That means you don't go to sleep when you're tired. You go when you're done. So remember, success is never on discount and greatness ain't never on sale. No longer am I going to listen to that voice inside my head telling me I'm nothing, telling me I'm weak, telling me I'm useless. And today, and every day after today, I'm going to start fighting back. I'm going to start doing what I want to do with strength. I'm going to take on the world because that's what I'm made to do. That's what's inside me. But what happens up until this point means nothing. It's what you do from this point on that's going to determine the rest of your life. If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle if he's not the biggest? The elephant is probably the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest, so he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference between a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks, lunch. The elephant thinks, run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm the king of my jungle because of my mentality. How do you keep going? Why do you keep going? There are two sides of pain. There's one side of pain that's the suffering and the discomfort side of pain, but then there's another side of pain that's called effort. It's called glory. What happens when you're a gazelle and you're not being pushed, you're not being prodded, you're not given a reward, nobody's encouraging you, you stop running? What happens when you're a lion? When you are a lion, it doesn't make a difference. You realize that if your family is going to eat, if that pack of lions is to survive, then you have to go out. A part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. A part of being a beast is the hunt. It's the process that they're excited about. They like to see the gazelles run. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of you just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process. A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. Perakriya.
You know what separates the winners from the losers in this world? The difference is that winners are honest with themselves about the effort that they put in. They don't blame anything but themselves when they don't get the result they are after. Instead, they recognize their own lack of effort, they take responsibility for it, and they fix it. Only you can hold yourself back from getting what you want. Not your parents, not your teachers, not your circumstances. You are in control. Every single day is a win or a loss. Did you do what you needed to do today? Because that's all that matters. There is no magic. There's no luck. It's one day at a time, one win at a time, until you make winning who you are. The battle for your future has begun. You gotta have a dog within you. It's not you versus them. It's you versus you. If you are listening to this right now, know that this is a pivotal moment. The choice is yours. Will you rise to the challenge and become the unstoppable force you were meant to be? The final gear is engaged and the road to your greatness is wide open. Like, subscribe, and share this message with those who need to hear it most. Let's build a community of champions who refuse to settle for anything less than extraordinary.